Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSite studio, we have Brian Mandelbaum, co-founder and CEO of Attain, to discuss driving measurable advertising outcomes in a shifting consumer spend environment. Brian, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to TradeTalks.
Thanks for having me.
Before we get into Attain and your relationship with advertising and marketing, let's talk about the consumer and the environment on a higher level here. How are consumers, shifting since COVID?
I think that every dollar that's being spent right now is being tested. Retailers are being pressured to deliver low prices to consumers because the dollar isn't going as far as it used to be, with inflation at its all-time high and still not being very persistent in the consumer's pocket. We're seeing consumers make choiceful decisions on what brands they're going to buy and when they're going to buy it.
Yeah, it seems as if they're going for necessity versus something that's discretionary that they want to have, with the exception of the services side, I would say.
Correct. COVID was really all about discretionary income, all about taking dollars and putting it towards things that they never did before. Now it's going back to the basics, how to ration for buying school supplies, medical bills, whether that's food or grocery and even toys. Everything is being pressured and measured, and marketers are really challenged to understand why consumers are buying what they're buying right now.
So it sounds like the role of the marketer and advertiser has completely shifted with this as well. So explain to us where Attain fits in this ecosystem and the solutions that you're providing to marketers.
In the past couple of years, retail media has been a huge growth area in the marketing segment. Marketers now are being able to tap into retailers and the data that they're sitting on based on the loyalty programs that they have within their grocery stores or big box retailers like Kroger, Walmart, Target, and even Amazon. And with that surge of retail media, data is now at the forefront. So what Attain is providing to the marketplace is a wider aperture of $500 million a day in consumer spend behavior being able to be harnessed for marketers to be able to target ads or measure the outcomes in real time so that every dollar is spent actually goes to what the real KPI is, what the real metric a marketer cares about, a sale.
Mm-hmm. So basically, I'm reading in the notes here, clicks are dead, right? The old school metrics, if you will, do not apply to consumer behavior these days.
It goes for every channel of marketing, whether it's a television ad, a connected television message, audio. It's not about a click. It's not even about a visit to a website. It's about, was this effective? Did it make an actual sale? What is the actual outcome that we're achieving? And retail media does bring that to the forefront because every single sale is measurable to a return on an advertising spend. But it's how do you get access to that data in real time to be able to pivot and make decisions based on how the market's responding.
Is there a medium that performs better than others, or is that largely determined by demographics and who you're targeting?
It's largely determined by the demo. It's also based on what you're selling and the market that you're placing it in. But always, as you go lower down in the performance area of advertising, whether that's search or social, that's always going to perform much better, but it's going to cost a lot more. So like Amazon has the ability to message to consumers at the time of purchase, but it's very expensive messaging, but the return is there. We're able to bring that to all advertisers across all channels.
So tell us about some of the strategic partnerships that are allowing Attain to provide these solutions.
Well, one of the ones that we announced recently is a partnership with the Trade Desk, which is the largest demand-side platform, globally speaking. We also have a partnership with Magnite that launched last month, which is one of the largest supply-side platforms in the programmatic advertising space. And then we launched a direct initiative with one of the largest independent agencies in the United States called Camelot.
Tell us more. What about concerns around consumer data privacy and protection? I mean, marketers and advertisers are harnessing so much that's out there. And to your point, these partnerships allow this to happen. Is there a concern around the privacy and protection part of it?
There's obviously privacy is at the forefront, but it's all about how you source the data. A lot of companies out there are taking data from consumers with not a lot of permission, or maybe it's implied permission and not explicit. We take a very forward approach here, which is getting the consumer to actually opt in and consent before they're sharing data, and having that ability for them to opt out or delete or furnish their data in a future time. That really puts consumers in the driver's seat when it comes to data, and as long as you're putting consumers in the driver's seat, you're really respecting their privacy.
How do you see this evolving, let's say, over the next 1 to 3 to 5 years? It seems as if the advertising has just really moved, the trajectory has been, at least since COVID.
I think you're going to see a massive shift on where marketers are going to be applying budgets. It's not going to be always in Super Bowl ads or television. It's going to be where every dollar is being measured in real time based on the precise outcome that's happening, and you're going to see a shift towards connected television where it's measurable, a shift towards retail media, working with the actual retailers themselves. That's really where all the innovation is going right now.
All right, Brian, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.